you might be using some desert cooler at home. Okay, so they cool better on a hot dry day when temperature or when the atmosphere is a very dry means not humid. Humidity should not be there. When humidity is absent, that time, or when humidity in the sense moisture, when moisture is not there in the air, that time we say that air is dry. When moisture is there, that air is called as humid. So on the dry day in the sense when humidity is not there, that day when air is very dry, there is no moisture in the air, that time what happens, see, desert cooler works better. The reason is that a desert cooler increases the humidity in the surrounding air. Now desert cooler works on the principle of increasing the humidity. Means desert cooler we feel water. Okay, so when water passes through that grass, and when air is passing through that, or that's desert cooler injects some droplets. If you see your explanation, desert cooler increases the humidity of the surrounding air. The water particles in the air takes the heat from the surrounding objects. The water particle which is being forced in the air, they absorb the heat of air. Okay, when they absorb the heat of air becomes cold. So if you see here, air takes the heat from the surrounding object and evaporates. In hot air, hot air in the dry days, the moisture level is very low in the atmosphere, which increases the rate of evaporation. During the dry season, these droplets are evaporated faster. Okay, and this is because why they evaporate faster, because of the in dry day there is a high temperature, and these droplets are evaporated faster, and because of that the cooling works better. Okay, so desert cooler works better in the desert area, and if you go to the humid area like in the coastal areas, desert cooler doesn't work. There we have to either use the fans or ACs only. Okay, so this is the reason. How does the water kept in earthen pots or matka, which we call, becomes cool during the summer season? So we have to explain the concept of cooling water by matka or earthen pots. Earthen pot में जो पानी गर्म ठंडा होता है वो कैसे होता है, that we have to explain here. So it's a very simple theory. There are some pores on the earthen pots. If you take the earthen pots, matka, if you take, there are small pores. Okay, on these earthen pots there are small pores, मतलब holes होते हैं ऐसे. Okay, and through these pores, inside the pot, whatever water is there, that water comes out through these pores. Inside the earthen pots there are small pores which comes out through the water present inside the earthen pot comes out. These pores allow the water present in the inside allow to come out, and when that water particles comes out from the earthen pot, because of the surrounding heat, these particles are heated and they evaporate. So to evaporate, the temperature of water is absorbed. Now see, this evaporation makes the water inside the pot cool. The water kept in the earthen pot becomes cool during the summers. How? There are some pores in the earthen pot through which liquids inside the pot evaporates. This evaporation makes the water inside the pot cool. So for evaporation process, temperature of surrounding is taken either from the air or from the water stored in the pot. So when water's heat is removed, water automatically becomes cool. So this is the reason that why or how the earthen pots makes the water cool. Okay, now next question is that why does our palm feel cold when we put some acetone or petrol or perfume on it? So either perfume, petrol or acetone, which is present in the nail paint removers, when we apply these things on the skin, we feel cool. How do we feel? We feel cold. रीज़न क्या है इसके पीछे? ओके, द मेन इसके पीछे क्या आइडिया है कि वे इस सब चीज़ें बॉडी के ऊपर अप्लाई करने से दैट आवर वी फील कोल्ड. मेन थिंग इज़ दैट एसीटोन, पेट्रोल एंड परफ्यूम इवोपरेट्स एट लो टेम्परेचर. Their boiling points are very low, like water has 100 degrees Celsius, But these things like acetone, petrol and perfume, they boil at very low temperature, like 20 to 25 degree, 30 degree. At room temperature they start boiling. Yes. So when some acetone is or petrol or perfume is dropped on the palm or on our palm, it takes the heat from palm to evaporates. Means that acetone removes the heat of our body to get evaporated, and that makes your palm actually colder and we feel cool. That's a simple okay reason that why it happens. Okay, the next question is that why are we able to wait a minute why are we able to sip hot tea or milk faster from the saucer than the cup? Now it is now one concept we discussed in the past, that factors affecting on the evaporation, that we have seen the surface area if increases, evaporation takes place faster, and we have also seen that evaporation causes cooling. So as evaporation causes cooling and evaporation के लिए surface area ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, so if surface area is more then evaporation will be faster and evaporation causes cooling. So the ultimately the what does it mean? A liquid has larger surface area in saucer than the cup. If you see the saucer, it's very broad and cup is having narrow mouth. So because of the less surface area, cup cannot evaporate faster, but in saucer the surface area is more, so evaporation will be faster and hence the cooling will be faster. Okay, next question is that what type of clothes should we wear in the summer season? Now during the summer season, we've been studying from the junior classes that we have to wear the cotton clothes. Why is it so? So we should wear the cotton clothes in the summer season, as cotton clothes are good sweat absorber. Now why they are good sweat absorber? Because in the cotton clothes there are air spaces where the sweat can be easily absorbed. So then cotton and the sweat is absorbed by the cotton and then exposed to the atmosphere, making evaporation faster. So when we wear the cotton clothes absorb that sweat and making it that your sweat is getting evaporated faster. During this evaporation, particles of the surface of the liquid gain energy from our body surface, making the body cool. So for evaporation of that sweat, the heat of body is absorbed, and that's why if the heat of body is absorbed, automatically your body will become cool. Okay, that's the reason that why we wear the cotton clothes in the summer. Okay, then now we'll start with the exercise questions. Okay, some of you might have attempted written also in the notebooks, but let's see some questions. We'll go through it so that if you have some doubts it will be clear. See, first question is that convert the following temperature into Celsius. Now we have to again we have seen one question like that in earlier. So 300 Kelvin minus 273. When the temperature is given in Kelvin, we have to just subtract that by 273. So automatically you will get the temperature in Celsius. So here 27, then 573 Kelvin to degree Celsius. So 573 minus 300, sorry, not 300, we have to subtract 273, so it is 300 degree Celsius. So that's how we can convert the Kelvin from Kelvin to Celsius. By subtracting 273 from the Kelvin, it will be converted into Celsius. Now opposite, how to convert from Celsius to Kelvin? So as we have done there subtraction by 273, here we have to do addition of 273. 273 will be added in degree Celsius, so it will be converted into Kelvin. So let's see how. Okay, now here 25 degree Celsius दिया हुआ है, तो उसमें क्या करना है आपको, just 273 को ऐड करना है, तो it will become 298 Kelvin. So that's how we can convert the temperature. Now 373 is given, see 373 Celsius, तो उसमें क्या मिलाना है आपको, 273 मिलाना है, तो we'll get 446 Kelvin. So this is how we can convert the temperature. Next question is that give reason for the following. Now I'll give you some questions from degree Celsius to Kelvin. Now convert this 28 degree Celsius, 104 degree Celsius. You have to convert this into Kelvin. Okay, just note it down and convert and try it out. Okay, you'll understand it, it's not a big deal. Give reason for the following observation. Naphthalene balls disappear with the time without living in air or any solid. Now we have seen some phenomenon, that is like interest conversion of states of matter. There we have studied one thing, or one concept we have studied, which is very very important. I hope you remember sublimation. Now what is meaning of sublimation? Generally solid अगर होता है उसको heat करेंगे तो liquid होगा. If liquid is heated then it will become gas, right? This generally happens when interchange of states of matter is done. But in some cases what we find, solids are directly changed into gas and gases are directly changed into solid. There is no liquid state होती ही नहीं है. So ऐसे cases में हम उसको बोलते हैं सब्लिमेशन. उस सब्सटेंसेस को जो डायरेक्टली सॉलिड से लिक्विड में जाता है, सॉरी सॉलिड से गैसेस में जाता है एंड गैसेस से सॉलिड में आता है, ऐसे चीज़ों को हम बोलते हैं सब्लिमेटिंग सब्सटेंसेस. ओके, तो नैफ्थलीन वन ऑफ दिस, ओके, सब्लिमेटिंग सब्सटेंस. If you see that in your cupboard, when you see that these small white balls are kept, they are actually naphthalene balls. So naphthalene ball disappears with time without leaving any solid because they are undergoing the sublimation process, that is change of state of naphthalene from solid to gas directly. There is no liquid state here. So as they change from solid to gases directly, they disappear, okay, after few days. Then we have a next question, that we get the smell of perfume sitting several meters away. Again here is the degree of vaporization, and its vapors diffuses into the air easily. Perfume have high degree of vaporization. Perfume actually filled in the container with the high pressure, and when you press the piston of the perfume, that liquid is forced out with the great pressure, and that comes out in the form of, okay. What is the physical state of water at 25 degrees Celsius? At 25 degrees Celsius, liquid state, because 20 at 100 degrees Celsius, when temperature will reach at 100 degrees Celsius, then then you will find that that time you will find the 100 degree, that time it will find the gaseous state. Okay, next question is that 0 degree Celsius. 0 degree Celsius, obviously it will be solid state, because 0 degree Celsius temperature, the ice will be there, frozen water will be in the frozen state. Now next is that give the reasons to justify, give two reasons to justify your answer. Water at room temperature is a liquid. Water at room temperature is liquid. Now water at room temperature is liquid because it has fluidity, also it has no shape, but it has fixed volume, that is it occupies a shape of the container in which it is kept. And the second reason is an iron alumina. Second question is, an iron alumina is solid at a room temperature. An iron alumina is solid at room temperature because it is rigid and having fixed shape. So that's the reason that. Then next question is, why ice at 273 more effective in cooling than the water at the same temperature? Now ice at 273 has less energy than the water. Okay, so although both are the same temperature, water possesses additional latent heat of fusion. Okay, water possesses additional latent heat of fusion, hence 273 Kelvin ice is more effective than water. So ice can store more heat energy than the water at that temperature. Water is already in liquid state, so when you will start giving heat, it will directly start boiling, but ice will have to melt first, and because of that latent heat will be absorbed more in the ice case. Okay, so this is the reason. What products more observe? What produces more severe burns? What produces more severe burns? Boiling water or steam? Boiling water is producing more burns, or steam is producing more burns? So here obviously steam has more energy than the boiling water. It possesses the additional latent heat of vaporization. Now steam is actually temperature beyond 100 degrees Celsius. When entire water is boiled, that is beyond 100 degrees Celsius, when entire water is evaporated, the temperature actually rises, and because of that steam has more energy in it than the water at the same temperature. So steam can cause the more burns than the water. Then name A, B, C, D, E and F in the following diagram. Okay, it's a very simple. Okay, you can see here, pause the video and you can see that what is this A, B, C and D. So here A is fusion, then B is vaporization, then C is condensation,